Hi guys, this is Varsha. Welcome to InSpoLife.in powered by Scabium Solutions. Today, InSpoLife.in is back with an amazing story. Today we have the founder of ECOSPACE Resource Management Foundation, Ms. Zeenat Farooq. Hi Ms. Zeenat, welcome to InSpoLife.in.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, we are so glad for your presence. We know that conditions in Kashmir were different from those of other parts of country. So how did you have your
Uh, I did my engineering in Punjab, and back then in 2014, AICT didn't had norms that you need to have MTech to teach students. So I jumped right into teaching. Right after my BTech, I was just 21, and I remember there were students in my class who were older than me. So I started teaching over there in two universities. And after that, when I actually started teaching, I found that I have this interest for seeing change, seeing positive change, and that too, if it's coming because of me, I feel satisfied. It's something which brings me satisfaction. I figured that okay, this might be my passion, that I want to do something for society. And it was through teaching I realized, in fact, even now I'm connected to most of my students whom I taught, who were not like much younger than me that time either. But after that, I worked in Delhi with one of the NGOs. They work for the water security and sanitation. They work for the slums, and I started working over there. And after that, like after this 3 4 5 years of journey, I met my husband, now husband. He had to go for some meeting with some contractors and all. It was supposed to be for some solid waste management plant that was supposed to be set up in Kashmir. Okay. And he couldn't attend due to some reason, and he wanted me to go there and attend and see over the meeting. So I went over there, and one part of the meeting was how we are going to sensitize people regarding segregating the waste. Now me, since I had worked in Delhi on the same subject, so I contributed a lot to the meeting on that part. And the meeting was presided over by then technical advisor to CM of Jammu and Kashmir, and he was impressed that one girl in the swarm of men, there were like there were just men in the meeting, and I was the only woman. Okay. And the I guess youngest among the lot. So he was like, okay, why don't you come back to Kashmir and start working on this, have your own startup and start working on IEC part. I guess he pushed me to do that, and that was how EcoPeace was born.
Okay, well, how did you get the idea to start EcoPeace?
Like I told you that in Delhi, I used to work in slums
Okay.
for water security and sanitation, and solid waste management was the one part of it. That we had certain projects with water aid, and what we used to do is that we used to hire one rickshaw and ask him to collect the waste from each household from the slum, and they will pay monthly 20 rupees or 30 rupees to that guy, and he will earn like around 5,000 rupees a month out of that. And that inspired me, the positive things I started seeing out there, the things which I saw the change in the long duration rather than some long term duration. So that was back in my mind, but I never dared to have my own startup until I met Pradeep sir, who was the ex technical advisor to CM Jammu and Kashmir. Till then, I didn't had it was just back in my mind, in my subconscious, but I didn't really wanted to know what to do further. And that's when he pushed me to do that, and I thought maybe this is the time.
Okay. Exactly what kind of activities does EcoPeace do?
So, EcoPeace was started, in fact, just for the solid waste management, keeping in view the solid waste management problem. Then 2018, under Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, they wanted to do the IEC part, that is information, education, communication of the people, and sensitize people that to segregate the waste before they could be scientifically managed at the landfill, or before they could be scientifically processed in some other way. So what EcoPeace does is that we have this whole social innovation model, under which what we do is we go door to door to people to talk to them about segregating the waste. We work with around 30,000 households and some equal number of commercial establishments, and we just ask them to segregate the waste. That is the one part of IEC, that is having door to door conversations. There another was like involving schools and involving colleges and involving these religious leaders into the
Okay.
part of this, and basically creating this whole momentum so that people start segregating the waste. So
Okay.
that's what we do currently, that we're just working on the information, education, communication part about the solid waste management.
Okay, that's great. Well, how did your family and society supported when you thought of taking this initiative?
My husband was then my fiance, so yeah, he was all into it. My family never really objected with what I did. I wanted to become pilot, they supported it. Then I said, okay, I'm doing engineering, they supported it. They never really cared what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. All they wanted is that I'm happy. Friends were supportive, of course, but society, definitely the kind of place that is. It doesn't like, people are more into like, you should do government job, you should work for some, some 9 to 5 job and earn money out of that, some stable fixed income. I take it as a positive message. They have their own point, but it really didn't deter me. I do what I have to do. It's always been like that.
Okay, that's great. Well, you as a woman, especially from Kashmir, might have faced many problems. So, how did you overcome those struggles?
One problem, which is, I guess, common to both men and women there, is strikes, because strikes will last for like 6-7 months. And I remember I even wrote a small article about it as well. When there was a strike, I will go to office, because I was so used to work in Delhi, in Punjab. I wasn't like that, getting up at 10 9 a.m and then going to office late. I was so used to getting up early and going to office. So I will make sure that even if there are men who are stopping you from doing a certain thing, or from uh, they're preventing you to reach your goal, you have to make sure that you have thick skin to tolerate that, which I guess I lacked that at that time, because I wasn't used to the system. Since I had done my college in Punjab, I worked in Punjab, I was in Delhi for 1 or 2 years, so I really didn't have thick skin to tolerate that, uh, those glances from men when they saw me out there talking to men. Okay, this is how we are. Have some KS, Kashmir Administrative Service qualifying scorecard in your kitty, or you don't belong, or you belong to some very rich family. Until then, I don't think men really listen to you. Men, they give you air, or what, they will think of you as some random girl who is maybe just trying to get attention. So that's what I realized, and for that I think girls should have confidence enough to tackle such men. I guess these are some survival skills which will be need in Kashmir in particular. I don't think so same thing applies for the women in Delhi, but yeah, for Kashmir these are some required survival skills.
Okay, so what is your greatest fear?
My greatest fear is dying with regrets. I don't want to die with regrets. I want to do whatever I dream to do. So,
well, how do you define success? Every person has their own definition for success. So, how do you define success?
Success to me is the satisfaction at the end of the day when you go to bed and you are feeling satisfied with whatever you did all day. It can be a very meager thing. It can be you have written a small paper. It can be maybe raising a child and you have satisfaction at the end of the day. Okay, my child is doing good. You are feeling satisfied at the end of the day. I guess that's what success is to me. But if you have lots of money, but it's giving you sleepless nights, to me that's not success. I guess success to me is satisfaction.
Okay, well, every person has their own core values. So how do you ensure your organization and its activities are aligned with your core values?
Honesty is something which is something I don't want to compromise with. I'm being truthful towards my work, because one thing I realized in the field of activism that there are a lot of people who go into activism for the sake of either earning money Second, they want to be famous for that. And I realized it, and I saw it in a lot of famous environmentalists for that sake, and they do it for the sake of these two things, and these two things are the things I tried to avoid in my organization. Honesty is what I try to impart to the colleagues as well, and that's in fact our whole business model, which I have named as apple tree model approach, is completely based on these two values. Because these are some, because they will be with you in a long run, and they're going to stay
Yes.
with you for a longer time. So yeah,
Okay.
honesty,
When do you think?
truthfulness.
Okay, that's good. Well, when do you think is breaking rules okay?
Okay, I'm not good with that. I haven't really I guess I've cheated once in the exam, and I was caught up very bad for that. That how you cheated in the exam, like Zeenat, आप कैसे cheating कर सकते हो? I have been really bad at that. But yeah, breaking rules. If it sounds as fancy as Robin Hood helping poor, maybe then, but that's just a fantasy. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know when.
Well, well, what's the piece of advice you'd like to give to present youth?
We don't actually we haven't figured out what we want from the life. We look up to certain people. Okay, they have car, they have big house. Okay, this is maybe how I want to be in my life. That doesn't necessarily mean that this is how you are going to be happy, and you don't even know the full story, because millennials just look judge from the outer appearance. Okay, somebody's uploading this that on Instagram, and that's the life they want. No, you don't know the backstory, man. You have to maybe dig up a little further to see what they are doing in their life. Whatever they posted, was it really from that intention? So I guess millennials need to figure out what they really want without actually looking for the inspiration from the social media. They should really just look inside rather than the outside, that what they want from their life. I guess this is the advice for all of us, not just for the youth.
Yes, okay, that's good. Well, knowing the purpose of our life is really very important. Well, as you said, and as you know, in India, there are many social evils against women these days. What do you think are the changes to be brought in our country to empower women?
There have been, I guess, a lot of things have been happening since last couple of years, be it the Me Too movement, which started almost in every state.
Yes.
I guess there are some certain laws. If we look at the Constitution of India, it's already good enough to accommodate almost many things which are pro-women. Be it even staring at the woman, which is considered so normal. Like you travel by train, there will be some guy staring at you. He doesn't know this is actually anti-law. But like I said, Constitution is already good enough to do that. These things need to be enforced in practice and need to be promoted more. Like I said, if I was traveling once in train from Srinagar to Anantnag in Kashmir. So there was some guy standing over there, and he was like staring for a long time. And just the guy, wherever the place he was standing at, there was some pole-like structure over there, and there was one poster stuck to that, and in that poster it was written that if you play music in front of a woman and if you stare at the woman for long, this is punishable crime as per Indian government, as per Indian law. I was like, he doesn't care to that, and nobody actually cares. So these things need to be actually brought to the ground level, brought to the real world, and people need to be taught about these things, that these things are happening. This has to be stopped. So yes, whatever laws we have already written, those need to be actually implemented first.
Yes, Ms. Zeenat, you've been into startups, entrepreneurial world. So what do you think are the flexibilities women has in this startup era?
for women entrepreneurs. But like I told you, rest it depends upon the execution part, because
Okay.
policy is done and dusted at the top level. Then to percolate it down to the bottom level, you have to work harder for that.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Well, what are the two qualities that you expect the men in society should have towards men?
Uh, for men, I guess it starts at home. Like they say, democracy starts at home. So yeah, it starts from home. Father, brother, your husband, your partner should be supportive enough, first of all, because only then the woman will have confidence to venture out there into the world, because she knows that there is a backing out there, like his father is going to support it, his brother is going to support it. And second thing, like which I think for that we need to really sensitize the men for that. Really
Yes.
need to do something from the bottom up, that women are intellectually, they might be different from you, but they are not any less, they are not some subspecies beings. So stop treating us like that, which I have seen as well, and which in fact it triggers my impulsive reactions often, because in the group of men I have seen often the opinion of women gets unheard. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess it will start with sensitizing the young minds of young boys right from the start.
Yes.
Stop thinking like that.
Yes, that's right. Well, with your permission, now let's get into a rapid fire round.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Ms. Zeenat, how many hours a day do you work on average?
Now, since I have started my MTech,
Okay.
and I'm really trying to write as many papers as I can, because I want to do. I want to be the part of the research for some years. So nowadays, I guess it's 12 hours, because I'm writing
Okay.
papers.
Okay.
So that's
Are you a night owl or an early bird?
night owl, always.
Okay. Oh, how has being an entrepreneur affected your family life?
Not much. My family has been supportive, so yeah, they will let me do whatever I want to do. So
Okay.
no complaints on that side.
Okay. Who has been your greatest inspiration?
Jyoti Sharma, Jyoti ma'am, she's the founder of Force, the NGO who works for water security and sanitation. I take inspiration from real life. So yeah, she's my inspiration.
Okay. What book has inspired you the most?
I like science fiction a lot. So
Okay.
I have grown up reading His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, and there is the main character of the book, Lyra. She is someone I take inspiration from, how she ventures into the unknown worlds and discovers everything, having patience, not losing her calm, and doing everything with such a perfection. I guess that's how I want to be as well, like Lyra.
Okay. Okay. Wish you all the best for that then.
Thank you.
Yes. If you were to write a book about yourself, how would you name it?
I'm not narcissist, so I don't know how to write a book about myself.
Okay.
So yeah, that will be the title. I'm not narcissist, I don't know how to write a book about myself.
Okay, well, what's the one most defining moment in your life?
There was this one student who messaged me on a WhatsApp saying that I qualified my gate with so many points because you have been when I was teaching him, you inspired
Okay.
always to do better. He kind of gave me a credit, and I really liked it. I don't think so I played any part in him qualifying gate with so many good marks, and I guess he's now in IIT Bombay. He must have completed his MTech by now, I guess. But
Okay.
he attributed it to me. That was something which was very which is very precious to me.
Yes. Okay. How do you spend your free time?
I read books. I blog about books. I like books, so
Okay.
that's what I do in my free time.
Okay. What's the strongest quality?
That's the will to change. Whenever I think there is something off about me, there is nothing in this world. I mean, I'm not a procrastinator, I'm a hard worker. So if I think there is something off with me which needs to be changed, I think I don't take a lot of time. There isn't inertia in me to stop getting changed. I will change just immediately. I just have to realize it. Yeah, for that.
Okay, that's good. Well, what's your weakness?
There are many weaknesses. I don't know what to start with. I'm very impulsive, and I'm very impulsive. I think my childhood is to be blamed for that. I'm very impulsive. That's something I need to put my reaction, because sometimes, if, like I told you, that if in the group of the men I feel like I'm being unheard, it's something which will trigger my impulsive reaction. I'm working on that. I'm really working on that. So
okay. Yes, as a female entrepreneur, you will have to lead many men under you or working with you. So have you faced problems while doing that?
Oh yes, a lot of problems on that
Really?
side. So yeah, there were like some the colleagues which used to work with us. Some were like older than me. The one who were like really younger, they will first come with a certain attitude towards me. But when they will talk to me, they will then be like, okay, she's chill. But there are certain men who will not actually listen to me at all. In fact, they complained to my fellow co-founder that please, we don't want to listen to her. Tell us what to do. We don't really want to know that what she's going to do. He was like, I don't have anything to do with this. She's the one handling the project. You have to listen to her. So yes. Conscious, and they really need to be some working. So yeah, it has been good. Yes. It has been exhilarating.
Yes, we are glad for that then. Well, thank you very much once again. We really look forward.
Thank you, Varsha.
Yeah, thank you.